Hi there. It's Thursday, August 21st, 2025, and I've been on a little trip for the past few days out in the West. It was super restorative, and I feel like I have so much more energy to come back and bring into my home, bring into my family. And whenever you get an opportunity to do that, I recommend that you do. Hi, I'm Sheila, and thanks for visiting. I come to this channel and I talk about weather and wellness, but really I talk about all kinds of things because we're affected by the external weather and we're also affected by the internal weather that we are experiencing. So, in terms of that, we want to, however, we're experiencing our internal and external weather, we want it to support our wellness in the best way possible so that we are living our best life possible. And each one of us that lives our best life possible, it just makes it better for everybody else. And I know for myself, I feel really, really uncomfortable when things aren't working or not right because it's not really a natural state. And I've been really thinking about the way that we are within all these different cycles. And that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about today, because we're sort of in a convergence point of some interesting cycles. And started using astrology and in coordination with seasonal cycles to really understand how the energies and the planetary resonances are interacting with us at a cellular level. And while a lot of it has been kind of hidden away, if you know where to look, it's been a very exciting summer because a whole lot of new research has been out and published, and there's been a lot of discoveries and acknowledgement of things that we have understood all the time. Like a lot of people have understood the truth of all along, but now the science is catching up, and that's super exciting. There was one article, and hopefully I'll get a chance to share that in a minute. Actually, let me see if I can quickly access that. Here we go. This one is super interesting. This is just one of them, and there was another one. Let me see if I can share this. I don't want to make this video too long, but I also have a lot of fun things I want to share. So let's have a quick look at this headline. And wait, let's go here and here, here. Okay, here we go. I think. I am learning how to do this better every day. That is not the right. All these things. There we go. Voila. Here we go. Move this guy up. Okay. This is an article on in Popular Mechanics, and it came through on in the Apple News channel. So your gosh, I'm really trying to keep this screen tidy. Thank you for your patience. All right, your consciousness can jump through time, meaning gut feelings are memories from the future, scientists say. And even the FBI has released data on the psychic phenomena. So it's saying really that there's this thing right here called precognition. And it's kind of like those things that are like deja vu or memories from the future. Some people are talking about maybe it's some nudges coming through from your future self. But anyway, I think that's the kind of research I saw. There was another one, and actually, let me stop the share and see, do I have that back nearby? I'm going to quickly grab that. Okay, I was going to finish reading this article on the train. Where did this one come from? Oh, it's the same article. There was another headline though that was also about um, the electrical impulses coming from our hearts and how they are expanding and interacting with other people. And this stuff is becoming more and more measurable. And while we always understood we felt it, I think we've also become in this world of sort of separation where we're kind of uncomfortable if something hasn't been like scientifically proven or something like that. So it's kind of exciting that these things are starting to be proven and demonstrated and measured. So that is one thing I wanted to share about. So we have a new moon coming up this weekend, and we're also moving from Leo season to Virgo season. And the energies of those, like these are really archetypal energies. They're not, there's a whole bunch of layers to what these different signs mean, but these are the archetypal energies that are the sun is positioned in and distributing it that we are receiving here on Earth. So it's a pretty good summary of how that works. So the energies shift from season to season and from even within the season, more like the micro shifts. So we're moving from Leo season, which right, we have Leo the lion. It is um the energy representation of the heart and passion, heat. It's ruled by the sun. It's like yourself and all of its glory, you got all these great ideas in the summer. You feel, I know I feel in this at this time of the year very connected. And and then we're moving into Virgo season, which is so Leo, the lion that we're just coming from, is a fire sign. We're moving into Virgo season. It is an earth sign. It's ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication. And there was one other thing about that. Earth. Yeah, so we're moving from a fire sign to an earth sign. Oh, Mercury is the planet of communication and it's more ruled by your mind. So we're literally moving from heart to head. So that can sometimes feel very, very abrupt. But the main idea of that change is that we've been filled up with all this heart energy and courage and ideas and understanding ourselves better. Maybe that can happen during the summer season when you are able to relax and get more time off and such. And then we move into Virgo season, back to school season. So while it can be a big shift, the most exciting thing we can do with that is shift all of that heart energy into the head and the activation. So, and that's when everything flows better. We want to be led by our heart, but then it can't be all of our heart because we also we have to communicate, we have to live, we have to go navigate our time and our space and our relationships and communities and stuff. And that reminds me, I'm going to grab one more book that this is reminding me of, and it'll tell a little story. And then I think I'm going to be all done for the day. So I'm going to pause this. Okay, so this is a really interesting book that kind of shows how we need a little bit of everything to be in that flow and be aligned. And that's when we feel good and that's when we contribute the best. So this is a book by Dr. Margot McKinnon, and it looks like this. And she has something called the dominance theory. It's very interesting. And so instead of body, mind, and spirit, she has body, mind, spirit, soul, and one. And one means community. And soul kind of means, I guess we have our spirit that's here on earth and like represented with our emotional experiences and emotional intelligences and so on. And then our soul is like the bigger piece of like a greater purpose. And we have to have a little bit of everything. Like we can't just be in one isolation. Like it all has to come through and integrate. And so we get these different energies coming through in the seasons that are coming in and they can integrate into our lives, and it's kind of fun. And we have a new moon this weekend. I kind of like some ritual around the moon because really it's about cycles and honoring the ending of a cycle, and then the moon will grow and we'll go through a new cycle. So it's we just are at an exciting time right now. We're going to be finishing the month. We're finishing a moon cycle. We're moving into some new energies and moving back to school. So we want our heart and our head to be aligned. And then we move in and everything creates a better flow and we make the best contribution that we can. And that's my message for the weekend. And I will be back next week with some more things to talk about. There's a lot of big weather going on around the world. There are fires. There's the big hurricane in the Atlantic that's affecting the east coast of the US. It's heading over to the North Atlantic, and we're just watching that to see what it's going to do. The California coast is having a cold summer, so wherever you are, check in with the weather, check in with your body, and start and trust your intuition that it's going to guide you because we have a lot of our own guidance systems right in our bodies. We don't need external messages for everything. So have a super weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.